Hello, my lovely lean girls from a chilly Joburg. I've got the fire on in the background. So I feel like the setting today looks very romantic, like we're about to go on a dinner date, me and you. We aren't going to go on a dinner date, but we're going to talk about something a little personal, a little bit about my personal journey, where I'm at the moment. You girls know I love to share all of the science-backed stuff with you, and at the same time, I love to share my personal journey, my personal stories. I think that as humans in life, we learn so much from one another. We learn so much from story sharing and storytelling. And that is basically what I'm passionate about. I'm also, as much as I like to look at the facts, to look at the science, I also love to really truly experience things and be able to share my insights, share my experience, share, my knowledge with you girls. And so that is kind of what today's video is going to be about. You may have known that I did a bit of a bulking video series here on YouTube. I did 3 different videos talking about lean bulking, what it means, how to do it, and I touched a little bit upon why I was doing it and how I was kind of going to go about it. So in today's video, I had to share where I'm currently at, and surprise, I'm sure you saw by the title of this video that I have actually stopped bulking. And I am going to share my reasoning behind that, my experience with bulking, as well as a couple of insights that I think will help you if it's something that you've been considering doing. So before we get into the video, I have to ask you to do all the things for your girl. Support the channel by subscribing, liking, sharing. Every little thing that you do counts, so please always share some love on the channel. It helps me to bring you more and more content here. Let's get into why I wanted to do a bulk in the first place. Leading up to my wedding, which was a very long, extended 2 years, basically, because we postponed our wedding like 4 or 5 times. So I wanted to do like a lean muscle building phase for a while, and we kept on postponing the wedding. So I kept on thinking, cool, after the wedding, I'm gonna do it. After the wedding, I'm gonna do it. And then basically for 2 years, I was just trying to maintain, because I always thought that my wedding was like 3 months away. So that goal kind of kept moving out. So when the wedding happened in November, I was like, right, this thing that I have been wanting to do for so long, now is the time to do it. I know that I have got fat loss licked, right? I know how to lose fat. I know how to get lean. It's so predictable. Once you understand the science of how to do that, and you know how to create meals that are great for fat loss, that are high volume, that are high protein, like this is what I share in my leanbodylab program. This is what I always share on my Instagram channel. I really feel like the fat loss side, I've nailed it. But what I had never tried before was doing a proper muscle building phase. Now, in the bodybuilding world, it is very common to have cutting and bulking phases. So a cutting phase is essentially when you are optimizing losing fat, and a bulking phase is when you're optimizing gaining muscle. It is quite challenging to fully optimize both at the same time. I always use the analogy, you can't save the maximum amount and spend the maximum amount at the same time, right? You could save a little bit and spend a little bit, or you could save everything and then you can't spend anything, or you can spend everything and save nothing. So they are kind of on 2 opposite sides of the spectrum. So Ange decides she's doing a bulk, she's going all in, and she is going to get some muscle. She's gonna get huge. No, I wasn't planning on getting huge. So what I did after my wedding is I had like a 2-week honeymoon, and then actually during that time I basically was bulking because I was eating a lot. I was in Cape Town, I was in Franschhoek, I was going to all the restaurants, I was living my best married life. And then I got back and I was like, cool, I'm going to do this bulking thing, I'm going to do it seriously. So I bumped my calories up to 2,300. So after my wedding, just to give you an idea, my weight was around 63, 64 kilos. I started doing the bulk, which 2,300 calories, it's a lot of food, especially when you eat high volume meals like I do. Like, I actually had to start adding more high calorie dense foods like cheese and chocolate and like avocado, because the meals were just, I permanently felt really full. And like in the first week or two, I was like, this is amazing, like so much food, this is great. After like 2 or 3 weeks, I was like, oh my soul, like I am not feeling good. Like I felt bloated. I was also at the time training pretty hard in the gym, because I was like, now that I'm bulking, I really have to kill each and every workout, because now I'm in this muscle building phase, right? So I was training for really long. Like I was doing my weight training sessions for easily an hour and a half every single day, and really trying to push with each and every exercise to increase my weight, to increase the reps, to increase the sets. So my body was feeling pretty like beaten up. And so what they say is when you do have extra calories in your body, you also then have more energy to push. So I was like, right, I really have to put this new energy to work. Then where there was a bit of a challenge was, it was then December. So it was a lot of celebrations. It was a lot of travel. And Gilad and I went to the bush for a while. I think we went to Cape Town for a little bit. And so there were also a lot of celebrations and there were a lot of festivities. So now I'm just eating 2,300 calories on a normal good day. And then obviously when you are having festivities and celebrations, you're very easily eating more than 2,300 calories. And how I would normally do it in a festive period is, say on the days that there's no festivities, I would have a lower calorie day, say I'd be on 1.6, 1.7, knowing that I'm gonna have 3 days this week where I will definitely be eating in a surplus. And at the end of the day, I'm heading to maintenance. Then what happened was, I was every day in a surplus, and then on the celebration days, I was in like a big surplus, you know what I mean? So I just started feeling worse and worse. And the challenge here is, I know that it is a huge mental game. So it's also sometimes just a feeling that you get, that you feel very puffy and swollen and bigger. And I did think to myself, like, you just have to push through this. And this is what I have read on all of the guides on how to bulk properly, on all the people that I follow that do bulking and cutting cycles. They're like, you will feel like this, you have to just push through. So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna push through. And in the back of my mind, I also had this guilt. I'm like, I have to do this for you girls. Like, I have to be able to get through this so that I can also tell you, this is what you can expect to experience. This is, how you're gonna cope with this. And every week I was like, just push through, just push through. And eventually I actually had to get some new clothes. I'm not joking. I had to, like, a lot of my tight jeans were now like uncomfortable to wear. And like my smaller, you always have those gym clothes that some of them are like on the comfy, stretchy side, and then you have like the tight ones for when you're really feeling good and you have a tan and everything is looking fab. And so I then bought like a size bigger pants on some of my jeans, and I was like, geez. And I actually went up to around 66 kilos. So that was about 3 kilos gain. And that was up until, I would say, the end, where are we now? We're now in April. That was until like the end of February, middle of March. And I kept on saying to Gilan too, I'm like, babe, I don't know. I feel like I'm exploding. And the thing for me is, I'm also creating content, I'm filming videos, I'm having doing photo shoots that I create for the content as well, for my programs. And I just kept on waking up and I was like, I just do not feel my best. And then it must have been around, the first week of March, I woke up and I was like, to hell with this surplus. I ain't doing it anymore. I'm done. That was the last day. Yesterday was the last day. I'm on a surplus. And what I realized here was that everything that I teach and everything that I preach is about reaching your goals while feeling your best every damn day. And for me, that did not mean being in a surplus. And I also want to just highlight here that this is me, this is my experience, this is my outlook, this is my lifestyle and how I choose to live. If you are a bodybuilder, if you are a powerlifter and you really need to build muscle super quickly, or like it's always going to be slow, but if you really want to optimize muscle gain, go in a surplus. It's going to be challenging mentally, but obviously your goals are different to mine. I know that I would love to build some extra muscle, but I am not willing to have so many bad days to do it the most optimal way. I am pretty happy with staying at maintenance, keeping my protein really high, and obviously focusing on my progressive overload training, which is a must when it comes to gaining muscle. And by the way, my muscle building series here on YouTube is still absolutely relevant. The only thing I am saying here is after being in a surplus for 3 or 4 months, I would not recommend it to the average girl. At the end of the day, if you're not a bodybuilder and you don't have 6 months to get into competition shape, I don't think that it's worth it. Again, my opinion. At the end of the day, like, we as the average girl, we want to look great. We want to feel fit. We want to have a great fit toned body. We don't need to do anything extreme, really. You just need to slowly chip away at those goals. So what I wanted to share with you as well is what I'm currently doing and loving, and I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, and I am feeling like my best damn self again, and it feels great. So I am currently, over the course of a week, I'm probably currently in maintenance. So after I was hitting the 66s, so one day I was 67, and then I was like, I think this might be the day that I call it. So I actually did 3 weeks or so where I was in a small deficit. So I was on 1,650. And remember, these are my numbers. I do have a calorie calculator, which I'll drop down below if you are looking to work out your own numbers based on your goals and your unique stats and your age and your weight and all of that good stuff. So I did a small deficit because I did gain some muscle, but at the same time, I definitely gained some fat. So since then, I've lost about 1.5 kilos, and I'm pretty happy with where I am at the moment. I don't feel like I need to go and lose a whole lot more fat. I'm feeling comfortable, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling strong. And so I've actually been playing a little bit with calorie cycling in a way, where during the week I'm on a very small deficit, and then on the weekends I bump my calories up a little bit more, because Gilad and I have been on this thing where we just want to live and enjoy every weekend, every celebration. And I know that I tend to eat more on the weekends, and I like to have a few glasses of champagne, and I like to have a carrot cake cupcake, and I like to have my things that are definitely going to push me over my calories. So during the week, I sit on around 1.7. That is a great amount of food for me. I can still get a really decent amount of protein in. And then on the weekend, so Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, I'll be on the 2,022 mark. So overall, at the end of the week, if you add it up, it is absolutely perfect, and I'm pretty much maintaining my weight, which is great. And so if you want to try this, if you are also at maintenance and maybe you do enjoy eating a little bit more on the weekends, you can also play around with your calories and have some lower calorie days, some higher calorie days. At the end of the day, that is the beauty of calorie and macro tracking. You can make it work for you, your lifestyle, your preferences, your hunger, all of that stuff. So always remember that everything it's there to play with, test different things, see what works for you. So that is just the update on me and my bulking journey that has now come to an end. Goodbye. So happy to see you go. I won't be back anytime soon. And I just wanted to end on that note to say, girls, just as much as I don't think you should extreme diet, like cutting your calories really low, that makes you feel tired, no energy, not good. I don't think you should push your calories up so high that you're also feeling bloated and uncomfortable and puffy and all of that stuff. The lean girl way of life is all about building your leanest body ever, your leanest, strongest body ever, while living your best life in the process. And I firmly stand by that. and I almost got swayed, but we're back. So I hope that that has helped you in some way. If you were considering doing a bulk, hey, maybe you are stronger than me, and maybe you're just gonna put on your winter warmers and you're gonna kill that bulk, and then you're gonna come and you're gonna inspire me to try to gain one day. But yes. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I am looking to do, when this video comes out, by the way, I haven't spoken about my training. So I was telling you I was doing super long training sessions as well, like an hour and a half. Then if I was doing some steps as well on the treadmill, I could easily be at the gym for 2 hours. I was like, 5 hours later, I'm still here. I was like, no, this is not for me. So now my training sessions, I have still been doing progressive overload. It's the only way, say this 1,000 times, but I have been doing my new Lean Girl TNT workouts. What these TNT workouts are, it's like dynamite in small packages, 40-minute weight training sessions using minimal equipment. So another thing I found is at the gym, I spend so much time looking for the equipment, setting it up, waiting for people to be done. I just wanted to go to one place, have my heavy dumbbells, have a bench, and smash through my workouts. So this is the concept that I've been creating these new TNT Lean Girl workouts on, and by the time this video goes live, I'm sure I would have done a live on Instagram and posted up more about the TNT workouts that I have been developing and designing and loving. So I am really excited for you guys to try that. If you're feeling like your workouts are just taking you too long, you're not feeling motivated to do them, then these workouts are going to be there for you, and you're going to love them. So check out my Instagram to try one of them out. And yeah, that was just a final note that I wanted to say. Love you all so much, and I will see you here on my next video, which I think will be a recipe. I think it's going to be a recipe. Here on the Lean Girl YouTube channel. Thank you always for supporting the channel, for caring about me. I always feel like you guys care and love so much for me, and I hope that you know that it is returned, and I offer my love in the form of recipes to you. I love you all. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video.